Freeman and Combs checking back into the game for Worcester. Mike Dongbe goes inside to Delpeche. Delpeche is trying to find his way over the top of Leicester Prosper. Good work from Prosper.
That's another very good matchup we're going to have the pleasure of viewing tonight.
Yeah, he made that hard work, didn't he?
Yeah.
He made that really hard work. Darrell Combs now at the top. Good pass inside to Prosper, and Prosper lays it in off the window, and he is going to go to the line to add the bonus. 28 points to 21, 8:07 to play. And just when you think the game is getting away from them, they start to claw their way back in. Prosper is on the charity strike. Mike Vigor takes a breather, Delpeche takes a breather, and it's Daniel Adozi and Tevin Falzon who check back in for the Bristol Flyers.
Worcester have had a really strong start to the second quarter here, and they're going to be looking to just keep that momentum going now.
Well, Prosper starts that momentum with his and one from the stripe. It's a 6-point ball game here at the Worcester Arena. Such an important game this for Bristol. With that win for the Cheshire Phoenix up in Manchester, it is an absolute dogfight to punch their ticket into the postseason. They have been drawn right into the thick of it with that result. Falzon puts up the three and he drops it from distance.
Flyers are shooting the lights out here so far. Everything pretty much they're shooting is going in. There's nothing Worcester can do to stop it. No matter if there's a hand in their face, they're just shooting over the top of it.
Worcester on the play. We were looking what we done at those stats in the first half, and Worcester were 1 from 6 from downtown. It's 5 from 11 and 1 from 7 for Worcester. There's the difference right there in this game.
Yeah, Worcester will be hoping that their shots will start to drop in a minute. But if they're not, they're going to have to find another way of getting the ball to the basket inside, because otherwise this game will just pull away from them.
Live by the three and die by the three. That's the old adage, isn't it? You know?
And it's a philosophy we see more and more, that teams just rely on their shots, but if you have an off day like Worcester have seen so far, it quickly becomes a game that you don't want to be playing.
And we've seen in previous games over this season, Worcester struggle when their opponents have dropped into a zone. They haven't made it collapse, forced to shoot over the top, shots not dropping. It's kind of been the story of their season in so many games.
Yeah, and Worcester have so much potential, and this season they've just not really capitalised on it, and it's a shame because there's a very talented group of players who have seriously underachieved this season.
Well, Mickey Severa achieves that extra point, and Worcester just staying in touch. And also not forgetting Bristol had a really tough run of games up until about 5 days ago, or I think 6 days potentially, to prepare for this one. I did see an interview with coach Andreas Kapoulis where he said they're not going to know what to do with themselves for 6 days. They had so many games.
It's that classic end of season running. Teams have got games all over the place. We're seeing midweek games, and it really does affect them, because the first half of the season you have so much time to prepare in the week, and then you get to the end of the season and there's no time to physically prepare, let alone tactically.
Tevin Falzon now is going to work on Alex Navahas. Navahas, well, he's saying his arms are straight up. Holding foul, says the referee.
He did really well there, Navahas, but I think he did just drop his arms at the wrong time. If he managed another few seconds, I think he'd have forced the player into a poor shot.
7-point game with 7:04 to play, and as you can see, we now have a scoreboard on the screen for you, dear viewer. So for your viewing pleasure, takes a bit of pressure off us, that's for sure. That was a great feed inside to McLeod. Goes to Adozi, who stuffs it in for another 2. Flyers by 9. Crawford now for Worcester. Crawford, he's a man that want to get explosive from downtown. Prosper, well, he didn't really know what to do there. Tend to get it back together. They go to Freeman. He jacks up a long range 2, knocks it down. Worcester within 7. Tevin Falzon. Falzon drives the baseline. He's fouled. He went down heavy. Tevin Falzon. That is going to send him to the line. 6:27 to play. Flyers with 3 team fouls on the board in this quarter. Worcester with 2. Nothing really to trouble either coach on either side of the scoreboard.
I think the 3 fouls for Bristol this quarter shows they're actually a little bit more rattled on defence. After only picking up 1 in the first quarter, they've gone and picked up 3 really quick here. 1 more, they'll be in the penalty, and so Worcester really have got to start taking it to the basketball.
Fouls on Strokes, the first of those 2. Just stretching that lead. 8-point game. Fouls on. 10 fouls on to make it 9. Knocks it down. He's all string. 10 fouls on. A 9-point game with 6:23 to play. Severa out for the Wolves. Severa. Crawford. 9 on the clock. Severa is taking Severa out of the ball. Spins. Beautiful finish from Mickey Severa. Lays it in to the finger roll for 2.
That was a lovely move inside from Severa. Then he had the patience. He got the isolation, and it was a lovely soft finish at the rim.
Fouls on. Daniel Dozy. Cloud now dancing his way around the perimeter, dances his way inside. Well, he went to dump it off to Daniel Dozy. Triple team. Good work from Worcester, interrupting that offense, regaining possession of that basketball. 5:42 to play.
I think Worcester have realised actually that's what Jalen McLeod is trying to do, is take the ball inside and then dump it off to the big guys. So they've wised up to it and they've actually stopped them that one down there.
Well, Crawford fumbled that ball out of bounds. Well, he's shaking his head, but I think from where we were sitting, went through one side of his hands and straight out the other. So it is going to be a Bristol Flyers possession. McLeod. Thomas back to McLeod. He's dancing around the perimeter. Dozy. Once again, it's out of bounds. That's twice. Sloppy turnovers. Coach Kapoulis always sanguine on the sideline. Darrell Combs. Looking for a way through, double team, great feed inside to Prospo, throws it down and has a little word with Daniel Dozy on the way. 5-point ball game. Well, Worcester with those 2 stops in succession, they've cashed in at the other end. Gray now, Gray's looking for a way inside. Fouls on, drops down, Gray puts up the long range 2.
He's having a great scoring night so far for Bristol. Worcester have got to do something to try and stop him.
Crawford's the body who's on him, but he's all open. He's in a lot of space. He's picked it up again. Great. Dumps it off to Thomas, who goes to throw it down. And Darrell Combs commits the foul. And he's going to have to go and earn those the old-fashioned way. Substitution now for the Bristol Flyers.
I think Coach Garbaleo is going to take a timeout.
Yep. Timeout call.
As he wants to have a quick talk over, I mean, I think with Worcester have.
It's great. He leads all scorers with 12. Freeman leading the scoring charge for Worcester with 10. But that Thomas, if he makes this, will be joint top scorer in the game. And he drains both of them. Both teams picture perfect from the stripe so far in this game. Severa goes to Crawford. Crawford. Oh, that spin move, he just loses the ball. It's picked off by Thomas, and Dozy drops it in off the window. And that'll be Flyers' biggest lead of the game at 11 points.
That's exactly what Coach Kapoulis will be wanting his team to do. They had the defensive intensity, which led to the easy fast break score for Dozy.
Freeman faked that 3, drove straight down the lane, makes those 2 points. Just looking slightly unbalanced on that offense, but it's McLeod now, and Freeman just couldn't pick Bigger's pocket. Mike Bigger puts up the 3, no good, and Dozy collects the long rebound. They go back to McLeod, 11 on the shot clock, so winding down the time. McLeod. Great feed inside of Dozy. Had it interrupted, and surely, oh my goodness me, well, he'd have been a hero if it had gone right on the end of the shot clock.
It was picture perfect ball movement there from the Flyers. I think it actually touched every player on the way round. All it needed was that buzzer beater three-pointer to drop.
Well, sometimes they go, and sometimes they don't. It's going to be a Wolves ball from the end line. Just being tipped out from that run and gun play. Severa goes into Combs. Fakes, drives inside. Great finish, it wipes its feet. He finds those 2 points. 7-point game, 3:03 to go until half-time here in Worcester. It's taking a Dozy now. Thomas, spin fade away from Thomas. Drops in 2 more for Bristol. Combs. Well, he has it knocked away, and referee just holds it up. It looked like the pair of them got tangled up over the end line. And yeah, it's one of those, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's all arms and legs.
Yeah, both teams had a player down. May as well let both of them get back up, and then we can get back to full strength.
It's out to McLeod. Winger couldn't hang on to it. McLeod collects it once again. Dozy can't hang on to it. Ball has gone loose. Severa has it. He's double teamed in the corner. Good work. Chucks it off the leg of Vigor to make sure that he retains possession out of that double team. Good work from Mickey Severa. And substitution now. Severa will take a breather, and it'll be Rob Crawford. Comes back into the game. Combs on the inbound ball. 2:20 to play in the second quarter. Combs stop and go, spin, and he's fouled by Mike Vigor. There's going to be surely a foul on Vigor. Second foul of the game if it goes his way.
I think he's giving it on a Dozy for reaching in on him.
Well, okay. I think you could have called either of them, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah,
we could hear the contact from him. You know.
It's definitely a foul.
Yeah, I think Vigor may have got away with one there, perhaps. But Worcester, you know, staying in touch.
Yeah, Bristol can't really pull away, and Worcester are trying their best to pull it back.
8 points, the difference.
It's just staying around this single-digit lead.
The first miss from the stripe for Worcester this evening.
It's good to have a nice travelling crowd from Bristol here tonight. They're making a bit of noise, which should help spur their team on.
Absolutely. Vigor drops that down to a Dozy, who drops it in the bucket. That's the third time they tried that move. This time it...
Well, try again, and finally got on to drop.
Third time luck. I'm not sure luck has anything to do with it, but anyway, ill-chosen words, but there you go. Ah, Combs has his pocket picked once again. He's stripped. Can't finish, but he's going to go to the line for certain. And, yeah, you're right, Dan. I mean, there's a big travelling contingent here for Bristol, which is great to see. And of course, a derby game this become known as the M5 derby. Both teams within an hour of each other.
Yeah, and last time they met here at the University of Worcester, I think was it Champion that scored on the buzzer to win it. Yep. So they'll be looking to repeat that feat, and Worcester will be hoping they can get their revenge for it.
Well, it's a 10-point game. McLeod is on the line. The biggest scorer of the game, biggest lead of the game, I should say, has been 11 so far for Bristol. McLeod equals that, and he's got a chance just to push it out by one more. So Shane McLeod rattles in the second of those. It's a 12-point ball game. Severa now for Worcester. Severa lobs it inside to Prosper. Prosper is fouled. He is going to go to the line to shoot 2. So Thomas picks up his 2nd foul of the game, and his Flyers 5th. 1:19 to play in the 2nd quarter. So far, not too much to trouble Coach Kapoulis, who, it has to be said, since Bristol came into the BBL not that many seasons ago, he has emerged as one of the standout coaches in this league.
Yeah, he's definitely a very good coach, and that was highlighted by his selection to be the England head coach for the Commonwealth last year. The players have got a lot of respect for him and what he's building down in Bristol. He always puts together such a well-drilled team. They know what they're doing, and they're really highlighted by their start to the season.
Well, Prosper, he can't make the 2nd of those. Mike Vigor just picks that off the ironmongery in front of the window. 1:10 to play now. Jaden McLeod, when he thought about that 3, he really looked at it. Dombey goes to Gray now. It's Daniel Adozie who's going to work. Adozie needed to get that shot away. Freeman goes to switch on the afterburners. Saved by Well, and he gets it back to Severa. There's to Prosper. Drops down inside. Goes to Prosper. Prosper is fouled, and that is going to be 2 from the line. Adozie, so 2nd foul for him. Worcester, Prosper now with a chance to get another 2 from the stripe. So Marcus Delpeche checks back in as Adozie sits down.
Prosper needs both of these to bring it back within a single-digit game.
That's a good substitution from Coach Kapoulis, because he knows that they're going to draw him potentially into some kind of skirmish in the block.
Yeah.
And he's on 2 already, and he's not a guy you're going to want to lose.
37 seconds left. He knows that Worcester are going to have at least one more offense, so he doesn't want him to pick up a cheap 3rd one.
Yeah, and Leicester Prosper hits the 2nd of those 2 shots.
Bit full court pressure there from Worcester. That was
good work from Jaden McLeod to pick that off.
He did very well to break that pressure there.
Yeah, absolutely. 10 now on the shot clock. Jaden McLeod is just taking some air out of the ball. Prosper puts a hand in his face and he drops it. That was a great shot from Jaden McLeod to make that a 12-point ball game. 7 seconds on the game clock. Mickey Severa is going to drive inside to the window, hard to the hole, drops it in. And it's a 10-point game, and with that, we're at the end of the 2nd quarter. It's half-time here in Worcester. Dan, what's your wrap-up? Will inbound to get this game back underway for Bristol. Jaden McLeod will direct the traffic in his first offense. Thomas. Tough shot, good work from Adozie. He goes back to Thomas. Thomas has it stripped away. This time Rob Crawford for Worcester. Mickey Severa goes to Freeman, who throws it down. And there's an opening of intent from Worcester.
It's amazing how a play like that with a big dunk to finish it can really spur on the momentum for Worcester. So if they can get a stop here now, the momentum will surely swing.
Well, that was a great finish and good way to open. That 2, no good. Prosper has it, goes to Crawford. Worcester need to switch on the afterburners. Crawford jacks out the 3. Oh my goodness me! Rob Crawford, cometh the hour, cometh the man. And we said, didn't we, Dan, in that first half, he's a guy they're going to want to get hot from downtown.
That's exactly what they've been needing to do. I mean, that's their 2nd 3-pointer of the game, and that is the run Worcester need to keep going on now.
5-point game. Jaden McLeod, stop and go, pops up at the elbow, 2 short, no good. Adozie can't hang on to it. Prosper has it, he goes to the Sean Freeman. Severa drops down low, Darrell Combs fakes a 3, drives inside, off the window, and he's going to go to the line to add the bonus. Well, whatever. Coach Tony Garbaletto said to his men in that locker room, they were listening.
That's a 7-0 run to start the quarter for Worcester with an extra 1 to come.
With a minute and change gone.
That's
game. So, no, to the light. 9 was their biggest scoring run of the game. Well, Prosper picks up that long rebound Combs couldn't get it to go. Darrell Combs, was looking for it. He's got 8 on the shot clock now. Darrell Combs shaking and baking, goes to the fadeaway. Darrell Combs, no good. Ball has gone loose. That is going to be a Bristol ball from the sideline. 3-point game. So Worcester very much now back in contention in this one with 8:26 to play. The crowd suddenly lit up. Shane McLeod-Tevin fouls on to go to Gray. Dozy can't hang on to it. His pocket is picked by Lester Prosper. Prosper goes hard to the hole, can't finish. Darrell Combs can't pick up the afters, and Tevin fouls on, has it.
It's a shame that Prosper couldn't convert that, because that was a great little steal, which you don't often see from the big man up high.
Well, again, fouls on this time. Once again, can't finish his triple team, but he's going to go to the line, and he's going to have to earn those the old-fashioned way. Freeman discussing that call, as is Mickey Severa with the referee.
I think Freeman played really good defense then, and it was Severa that picked up the foul. He didn't need to reach in from behind him, because Freeman had it completely covered.
Well, that's his second foul of the game now for Mickey Severa. The only player on 3 fouls in this game is Daniel Adozi. That could become significant.
Yeah, I mean, Adozi's the one that's actually helping contain the big man, and him picking up his 3rd foul, I could really change Kapoulis' game plan.
Fouls on, that's picture perfect from the stripe for the first of those 2. Fouls on. Once again, push this out to a 5-point lead for the Bristol Flyers. String from the stripe. 7:52 to play. Here come Worcester once again. Crawford. Rob Crawford. Well, offensive foul. Offensive foul on Darrell Combs is called by the referee. So Worcester coughing up the ball. That is Combs' 2nd foul of the game. And he's had a few issues this season, it's fair to say, Darrell Combs.
Yeah, he picks up a few silly fouls and then has a habit to argue, and you'd like to think by this stage of the season you realise the arguing isn't the effective way.
Well, I think one of the areas of preparation that we do, defensive foul given the other way against Daniel Adozi. So Daniel Adozi now on 4 fouls. Well, we did say it, Dan, didn't we? That's a significant number.
Yeah, that's 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter, and Adozi on 4. He's going to be sitting now till at least the 4th quarter.
Well, do recall that game 2 weeks ago. It was Lester Prosper who was on 4 fouls, I think, early in the 3rd, sat out as a bit of an insurance policy come the end of the game. It's the same thing happening on the other bench tonight.
Yeah, and I think Worcester are doing all right at the moment. Their foul count, they've got nobody in too much trouble, so that could work into their advantage now.
They'll go out to Freeman. He jacks up the 3, no good this time. Gray has it. Off to Jaden McLeod now. Fouls on. Gray just stutters on the step, goes back to fouls on for 3. No good. Here come Worcester again with Severa. Oh, that was a great ball inside of Freeman, and what a finish from Freeman.
Mickey Severa's vision there to find Freeman cutting to the basket was unbelievable. Perfectly floated and calmly flushed home by Freeman.
Well, that's got top 10 written all over it. McLeod travelled with it there, and he lifted his pivot foot. The referee spotted it.
There's a good spot there from the referee, and Worcester have really got to capitalise on this now.
3-point game, 6:46 to play. Darrell Combs now for Worcester. Worcester sensing they found another gear in this game, but still behind by 3. Mickey Severa will go out to Crawford. This time it's Combs who puts up the 3, and he nails it! And Darrell Combs ties this game up at 51 apiece.
That's exactly what we talked about just before the half started. Better ball movement from Worcester, and they found Combs wide open in the corner there.
Worcester coming in with a 10-point deficit, but it was that 7-0 run that got them back into this game, and now it's Gray for 3, too short, no good. It's picked off the ironwork by Deshaun Freeman. It's Crawford now for Worcester. Crawford, he goes to Severa. Severa just taking his time to find Lester Prosper. Prosper has it batted away, and now here come Bristol again. McLeod, he can't finish. The offers don't go. Treeman has it, he goes to Crawford, he goes down to Prosper! Stuffs down another 2 points for the Worcester Wolves. With 5:38 to play, Worcester finally get their noses in front in this game, 53 points to 51. And the crowd once again lifting the roof off here. McLeod almost has it stripped away. There comes Tevin, fouls on. Great block from Lester Prosper when he's thrown out, but Prosper called for the foul. And that will be Lester Prosper's first foul of the game. Well, he's winding up the crowd like a heavyweight boxer.
Yeah, I mean, Prosper won't be happy with that because he took the ball, but he's also taken the whole guy's body, and I think that was actually an excellent call from the referee.
Well, Tevin fouls on now, has a chance to tie this up, and here we go again, folks. Worcester trading buckets with single digits, something they've done a few times this season, and we certainly can't forget what happened 2 weeks ago. So now Tevin fouls on with that miss, won't be able to tie this game up.
I think the crowd here are actually really reacting to Prosper playing the pantomime. He's getting everybody G'd up and they're duly responding.
Well, he's behind you, Dan.
No, he's not.
Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. So, Tevin fouls on, checks out, and Mike Vigor checks back in. Lester Prosper returns to the bench as Navahas rejoins the game. And it'll be to Sean Freeman to get us back underway. Severa now to bring the ball up the floor for Worcester. Worcester with a 1-point lead. It's a slender lead, but Combs, really good positioning from him. He goes to Freeman, he checks up the three. Deshaun Freeman drops the bomb from 3-point range. Worcester are feeling something, and Bristol now on the back foot. Worcester got to maintain their discipline. They're on 3 team fouls so far in the quarter. Marcus Delpen, beautiful spin move from him. Throw down 2, Worcester have lost the ball. Freeman backs it away to get it to Combs. It goes to Nicky Severa, it goes to Freeman! No good, but he looked for the foul. It never came. Out of bounds, and that is going to be a Bristol Flyers ball from the end line. 2-point game, 4:36 to play in the third quarter. Severa checks out now. Comes Jordan Wellen, and Bristol need this win.
What a few possessions we just had there. With a lovely spin move from Dalpesh, found the jam inside, and then Worcester turn it over on the inbound. Champion can't make the most of it, gives it back to Worcester, and then we go down the other end and there's another turnover. Both teams need to regain a bit of composure now.
Thomas dancing around the perimeter. Thomas, he goes to Vigor at the top. Vigor drops it down inside. Once again, the ball is stripped away to go to Freeman. Great take, goes to Wellen off the window. Goodness me. Worcester stretching their legs and spreading their wings, and they are out to a 4-point lead, and Coach Kapoulis is pulling his hair out over there on the sideline. Thomas now, he's looking for a way in. He dances his way in up at the elbow. Thomas, what a great finish from him to find another 2. Worcester lead this by 2 points with 3:47 to play. Here comes Crawford for the Wolves. Crawford, it's opened up in front of him. Crawford draws the foul. He's going to go to the line. Wow, Dan, get your breath.
Yeah, I think everybody needs to catch their breath. The start to this third quarter, it's like watching a different game compared to the first half.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. They are a team transformed. Bristol, well, Daniel Adozie, really the 2 big guys, Vigor and Adozie, struggling to deal with Lester Prosper. Adozie on 4 fouls. That is a big paracetamol for Coach Andreas Kapoulis. I guess in the context of that slug out for the playoffs, they do have those 2 games in hand over the Manchester Giants.
Yeah, so they need to take advantage of those games, but the problem with having that many games left is that they're going to have compact schedule, and it actually could work against them. So although they'll be looking at it positively, they're going to have a tough run-in.
Severa goes to Jordan Wellen, spins inside, he can't find his way, puts up the oh! My goodness me, Jordan Wellen! Just when you thought the lights had gone out, Jordan Wellen finds a way to put the three and Prosper off the window.
Highlight play there.
And that's at 3 on the board for Alex Navahas. Meantime, Ray can't connect from the strike with that one. So now, boot very much on the other foot. As Worcester lead this 62 points to 56. And he can't make either of them. Deshaun Freeman doing what he does best, picking that off the ironwork. So, 9 points for Bristol off that one. Prosper drops inside off that pick and roll. That came off the leg of Delpeche. Vigor goes into Delpeche. Delpeche is fouled by Deshaun Freeman. And now it's Worcester in foul trouble. 5 on the board. 2:43 to play. So now Bristol with the opportunity to make them pay. But it's that tough defence.
I think Worcester needs to take a minute now just to regroup, regain the composure, because they're playing well, but they're not converting.
Yeah, I can feel a timeout coming.
I think it'd be sensible to take one, get the players back together, regroup.
Still Pesh, picture perfect with the first of those two. It's a 5-point ball game. It's a finely poised game. We said in the run-up to this game that Bristol hold the head-to-head over Worcester. Vigor collects that. Worcester only coming up short by 3 in each of those games. Vigor at the top. Vigor. And, foul is called again on Deshaun Freeman. That's going to be 4 for him. So Freeman checks out. Alex Navahas, who's also carrying 3 fouls, checks in. Freeman now on 4. So Tony Garboletto is reaching for the indigestion tablets as we speak, with the blood pressure medication. And Mike Vigor strikes it from the line. 4-point game. Mike Vigor will bring this down to a 1-shot game if he drops this in the bucket. Vigor for the Bristol Flyers makes both of them, so 3 points the lead. And suddenly the wind is filling the sails of the Bristol Flyers. Vigor trying to knock that away. Darrell Combs. Severa, good ball movement. They go to Navahas. A little pump fake from Navahas. Pulls up, drops in the mid-range too for Navahas. Loves that pump fake, loves that move.
He's a very difficult player to guard out on the wing, is Navahas, because he has got that lovely little fake.
Whelan just hang on to that. Strong pass from Severa, and Champion bats it away. It's going to be a Bristol ball. From the sideline, 64 plays 59, 5-point game, 1:58 to play in the third quarter. So here comes Champion for Bristol. 20 on the shot clock, so plenty of time. Chalk summing up. Vigor. Delpeche. That was great movement to find Delpeche at the top of the key, but he can't finish. It's batted away as far as Vigor. 14 reset on the clock. Gray puts up the 3 and knocks it down. For Bristol, all of a sudden, it's a 2-point game once again. So Severa, Wolves just with their noses in front. Bristol creep their way back in again. Little head fake from Navahas. He goes to Combs in the corner. Combs puts up that high arcing 2 into the hands of Navahas, who can't finish, but he's going to go to the line and he's going to try and earn those the old-fashioned way.
That was a great move inside there, and all started again from that little Navahas bump fake, dished it around to Combs, and then Navahas got the rebound. He's going to go to the line for 2.
So Jordan Wellen checks in. Rob checks out, Rob Crawford checks in for the Worcester Wolves. Worcester with the slenderest of leads so far, 2 points. That scorching run at the start of the third quarter just delivered them another gear. Meanwhile, Navahas sinks the first of those two from the line. So it'll become the cup final these days for Worcester. I can tell you that the Scorchers 13 ahead, 73 to 60 up there on the Tyneside. For those Worcester fans following this from the armchair tonight. So here come Bristol again. Gray's looking to dance inside. He goes to Vigor. Great ball movement from Bristol. Mike Vigor can't finish. Prosper has it to go to Severa. Ship it off to Combs. Prosper goes down inside Combs with the reverse. No good. Takes the boards with him. Go to Gray at the top. Gray chucks up the three. Too short. Worcester, three of them unable to hang on to the ball. They saved it into the hands of Rob Crawford, however. Crawford just pulls up, stop and go. It's 1v2 down there. Crawford, he gets his pocket pick, loses the ball, and it's a turnover. It's a Bristol ball once again. 4 points the difference with 25.5 seconds to play in the quarter.
I think the quarter break can't come soon enough now for Worcester. They've lost the composure, making poor decisions. So I think Garbaletta will use the 2-minute break to refocus the group.
Crawford, his best to force champion over the line. Vigor steps up for the mid-range two. That was always going to drop for Mike Vigor from that range. Here comes Mickey Severa. Severa puts it up right on the buzzer, but Worcester. But one thing they have done is they've provided some drama here towards the end of some games, and of course chalked up a BBL record in the process. Great move inside to Mickey Severa. Beautifully worked, just to give them a little bit of fresh air. It's a two-shot game, 4 points separate them now at the start of this fourth quarter. So, Justin Gray dancing around the perimeter, goes to feed Vigor inside, no good. He couldn't find him, ball's interrupted. It's Darrell Combs now for Worcester, just weaves his way through the lane. Can't finish, threaded the needle, just could not find the bucket.
He'd done all the hard work there, and it was just unlucky he couldn't get that nil drop, because that was a great move.
Still Pesh. Champion at the top. Ryan Dombe puts up the three and knocks it down for Bristol. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-point game. Wide open look for Ryan Dombe. And he was only ever going to do one thing with it. Navahas now. He goes to Crawford. What have Worcester got in reply? Crawford, Severa. He goes to Navahas. Fakes the three. Navahas. Fade away two. No good. Comes down into the hands of Vigor. Tony Garbaletto pacing the line.
Flyers got the opportunity now to regain the lead.
Champion left wide open for that three. Too much on it. Prosper pulls it down. Get out of jail free for the Worcester Wolves. It's Combs now. Prosper looking for it inside. Sets the screen, drops in off the pick and roll. Good feed. Whistle on the play. And it's going to be end line ball for Worcester. So, Champion and Gray check out of the game. McLeod checks back in for Bristol. As does Thomas. Severa switches on the afterburners. It doesn't drop, and he's going to the line. Well, he maybe didn't get that last time. Alex Navahas on the last one was signalling where are the shots. Well, sometimes the basketball gods are with you, and sometimes they're not. He's going to go to the line now.
He's got to go and earn them the hard way.
Absolutely, from the stripe. Mickey Severa.
He shot 77% from the free throw line this season, so he'll be hoping he can add another 2 to his tally now.
Well, Dad, you may be introducing the commentator's curse now. first outing. or you might not.
Not yet. There's still one to go.
You're halfway there.
So, I take no responsibility if this one's a mess.
It weren't me what done it. So, Mickey Cervera is on the line for Worcester. Worcester lead by 2. Cervera chalks up another one. One-shot game. Worcester Wolves 70. Bristol Flyers 67 with 8:09 now on the game clock. Del Pesh. Marcus Del Pesh goes to Vigor. Dombe goes inside. Oh, what a beautiful finish to find those 2 points for Bristol. Straight through the trees.
That's 5 quick points now for Martin Dombe. He's finding his touch. And Worcester need to watch out for him.
He has proved an impact player for them tonight. Martin Dombe once again in the thick of it. Cervera! He knocks down 3 points. Worcester are just about clinging on. Martin Dombe, beautiful pass to Vigor. He goes to Thomas. Thomas puts up the 2, drops it down. So once again, it's a 2-point ball game. Here comes Rob Crawford for Worcester. Crawford, Navahas, great feed inside to Lester Prosper. He is fouled. So. Del Pesh picks up his 2nd foul of the game. Lester Prosper goes to the line. And Lester Prosper with his characteristic swagger. Cervera takes a breather. Jordan Wellen checks back in for Worcester. Jordan McLeod, Darrell Combs. Conference in the middle of the court. Prosper puts in the 2nd, doesn't go this time. So Worcester by 3, 7:06. Are we going to get another grandstand finish here in Worcester? Vigor. McLeod, he goes back to Mike Vigor, the big man. He's bundled out of the way. Hands in the cookie jar. Jaden McLeod picks it up. He goes to Thomas! No good! Ryan Dombe has to hang on to it, and they just got tangled up. It's going to be a Bristol ball. And, well, referee this time calls the foul. So, Alex Navahas picks up 4.
I think Navahas has got Jalen McLeod wrapped up there. That was a good call from the UK's only EuroLeague referee.
Well, I think now take out one player with 4 fouls and then replace him with another. Deshaun Freeman checks back in. Del Pesh makes them pay, and it's a 1-point game. Here comes Darrell Combs.
Garbaletto's playing the gamble, bringing Freeman back on with 6.5 to go.
He's putting Navahas back on the subs chair. Here comes Darrell Combs. Combs drives inside, goes to put it up off the window. Vigor strips it away. Here comes Jaden McLeod for Bristol. McLeod, stop and go, drives through traffic. Marcus Del Pesh surely called for the travel there. Yes, indeed. Turnover ball. Great defensive work. Triple team. Prosper forces him back to the floor, but it's a 1-point ball game. There is nothing in this game. Bristol desperately need these 2 points out of this game. For Worcester, it's entertainment and really a shot to nothing in many ways. Crawford goes inside to Navahas. Navahas now, he's backing down and going to work. Navahas muscles his way inside, but he's blocked. Thomas at the other end gives Bristol the lead once again by 1 point. So Bristol have their noses back in front with 5:44 to play.
That's where they want to stay now, in the lead, so they'll be looking to get a good defensive stop.
Crawford puts up the 3, but he's fouled and he's going to go to the line to shoot 3. Coach Kapulis didn't enjoy that one.
Just as we were saying, they need a good defensive stop. They go and give Crawford the chance to shoot for the 3.
Well, Rob Crawford on the line. And, Gray picks up just his first foul of the game. But Bristol Flyers on 14 fouls now with that one, with 5:36 to play. That could be another significant number in this game.
Yeah, and Worcester have now got 5.5 minutes, and any foul that Bristol commit, they can go and shoot for it. What they need to do is capitalise.
So Crawford hits the first two.
You don't want to get to the end of the game and be ruined and miss chances from the free throw line.
So Crawford, the first those three from the stripe. The third of those three from the stripe. I'll get my calculator back out in a minute. Jaden McLeod, Jordan Wernon's making a nuisance of himself. Worcester with a slender 2-point lead once again. Mike Vigor, Marcus Delpeche. Delpeche, stop and go. Ball is stripped away. This time it's Combs who comes up with it. Darrell Combs. He's looking for his options and goes inside now to Deshaun Freeman. Freeman just steps back behind the three-point line. He drops it in. Goodness me. He's left with an open look. Deshaun Freeman steps up, and all of a sudden it's a 5-point game in favour of the Worcester Wolves. 4:57 to play. Worcester really do need to maintain their discipline here. Combs interrupts that into the hands of Rob Crawford, and here come Worcester again after that stop. It's Darrell Combs. Combs, this time he gets his pocket picked once again by Thomas. Thomas puts it up. No good. Gray puts in the 2 points. 3-point game. Well, what a passage of play. Absolutely frantic. Darrell Combs. It is an almighty scrap here in Worcester.
Worcester have got the clock on their side now, so they can take
oh my goodness me! Rims out.
So Worcester just need to use the time, manage it well, because they can use the whole shot clock period. They don't need to rush into quick decisions.
It's gone again. Surely Darrell Combs going to pick it up. All he's got to do is lay it in off the window. Darrell Combs. 5-point game once again for the Worcester Wolves. 82-77.
Flyers are looking quite disjointed out there at the minute. Nobody's really sure what they're doing, and they're just trying to make it happen, but there's nothing really coming off from it.
Well, Flyers really in foul trouble. They've got to score. Gray knocks it down. Finds his range from downtown for Bristol. And it's a 2-point ball game once again with 3:26 to play.
That's a really important shot there from Gray.
Huge score from Gray.
You could tell by his reaction what it meant to him, because he knows that's put them right back in this now.
So Crawford now for Worcester. Crawford drives inside. He can't finish. Collects his own rebound. It's loose once again. Freeman can't hold on to it. And here come Bristol again. They go back to Jaden McLeod. McLeod goes off to Delpeche, and it's going to be a foul. The referee was looking in Bristol. Delpeche strokes the first of those two.
It's a big weekend for the Flyers with this game here against Worcester, and they're down on the road in Plymouth on Sunday.
Yep, absolutely.
Who they're also in the playoff race with for the 8th spot, so they know that they must come away with this weekend with the 4 points.
Delpeche makes both, so the game is locked up at 82 apiece. Well, echoes of a fortnight ago.
Don't mention it.
Yeah. It was a long old night. Navahas to Crawford at the top. Severa just running the clock. Severa to Navahas inside to Freeman. He can't hang on to it. It's just batted away. Thomas. McLeod drives inside, can't finish. They go in, Freeman has it. Surely Freeman, no, he's lost the ball again.
That was great defensive hustle there by Fred Thomas to get the hand in, and he managed to get the ball tipped to Gray.
Vigor sets the screen. Gray drives inside. Great ball movement. They go out to Vigor. Got it, Mike Vigor. And it's a 3-point lead for Bristol.
That's an absolute dagger there from Vigor. The Flyers swung the ball around the 3-point line to find Vigor, who knocks it down.
to Alex Navahas. Navahas is backing down. He finds the 2. 1 point game. So now Worcester need their stop. 1:49 to play. It's a 1 point ball game. Bristol at the moment have got their hands on those 2 points. That 3 attempt, no good. Navahas picks it up. Oh, it's picked again! And all of a sudden, it's a 3 point ball game.
Wow. I mean, that was great work there from the Flyers. He saw the opportunity, picked it up, and Worcester basically just handed them that 3 point lead here.
Well, they got their hands in the cookie jar, and it's 3 the difference. Tony Garbaletto. He's urging his team on from the sideline, so Darrell Combs has it now for Worcester. 1 minute 33 seconds to play. Worcester trail now by 3. Darrell Combs jacks up the 3. Oh, my 1! He's locked it up at 87 apiece with 1:27 to play. And Worcester once again find their way back into the game. Goodness me, Thomas. Now for Bristol. The crowd are lining it up. Flyers with those 14 fouls, and so far Worcester haven't let them count. That is going to be a shot clock violation for sure. Well, basket is given, good. 3 points the lead for Bristol.
That's a big decision there from the referees, and they've come and consulted about it, and I think they were both pretty confident that it was before.
Well, I have to say, I don't agree. That shot was a long way after the shot clock. The crowd knew it, and maybe over the noise of the crowd in here they couldn't hear it, but it was pretty obvious, I think, to me, that that was a shot clock violation. So I think Bristol have got away with one there. But anyway, 3 points is the difference, and I can't see this being reversed. So they need to wrap up and get on with it. 1:07 to play, 90 points, plays 87. Well, the referee is going to the table. He's asking Coach Kapoulis to return to the bench. He's consulting with the officials. What's the chat over there, Dan?
I think
you know better than anyone.
I think they're doing the right thing here. It's a big decision in the game. It's the right thing to do to discuss it. And either way, whatever decision, one of the coaches is going to be unhappy. Well, the important thing is to get it right for the game.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you can hear this at home. They are lifting the roof off here in Worcester once again. Well, the referees continuing to consult. They've spoken to the table. The referee who was on top of it. As you say, Dan, it's a big decision. It's a game changer.
Yeah, so I'm sure we will see in a few seconds the final decision. And if basket is cancelled, it takes it back to a tied game.
So the referees still consulting. Yeah, there's definitely some disagreement. It's Coach Kapoulis doing an impromptu timeout, of course. Yeah, basket good, so it's a 3-point game. Well, that is a controversial decision from the referee.
Worcester have got to turn their frustration now into good offensive basketball. There's still a minute left in this game, 1 point, one basket.
So, Freeman is clattered to the ground, so Worcester have nothing from that offense, and now Jaden McLeod is going to want to take something out of the clock. 43 seconds remain, 14 on the shot clock. McLeod is going to have to do something. Goes to Adozie, who's come back into the game. The ball is stripped away once again. Freeman has it. He goes to Crawford. Well, Crawford's looking for the 3 to tie it up. 29. So Worcester just taking the air out of the ball now. They've got 16 on the clock. Severa drives inside. He's fouled, and he is going to the line to shoot 2. Wow, 21.6 seconds to play. And suddenly, Worcester have the opportunity to take this back to a 1-point game. Timeout call, Worcester Wolves.
So, 21.6 seconds on the clock. Worcester got 2 from the line. I think Kapulis will be reminding his team that they've got the clock on their side now. So Worcester may work against Worcester, that they've actually got fouls to give. They're on 2 team fouls in the quarter.
Well, he misses the first. And I can tell you, dear viewer, that the Newcastle Eagles have recovered and they are going to overtime up there on Tyneside. 90 apiece. It has finished. So Severa makes a second. It's a 2-point ball game. Now Worcester. Jump ball, says the referee. The arrow is the way of the Bristol Flyers. Great hustle from Worcester. 2.5 seconds come off the clock. So Bristol call a timeout. Well, goodness me.
Offensive possession.
So Worcester got to interrupt this. McLeod. Worcester need to stop here, Prosper. McLeod, they go inside. Oh my goodness me!
That was a great find, a Dozy. Left wide open underneath the basket, and we're at a 4-point game.
Severa goes inside, Crawford! Oh my goodness me, no good! And surely that's all she wrote here in Worcester, and there is the final buzz out of